Welcome to Sunday League the podcast. You know we can talk trash. If you ain't with it, you can fall back. Welcome to Sunday League the podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League the podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League the podcast. You know we can talk trash. If you ain't with it, fall back. Welcome to Sunday League the podcast, the podcast. Welcome to Sunday League the podcast, the podcast, the podcast.
What's going on, you fucking bush leaguers, and welcome to episode number 58 of Sunday League, the podcast. Now, in my research of number 58, Jonathan Papelbon is the only ball player of significance who wore number 58. He is choker of Bryce Harper with a 23.3 WAR and 368 career saves. Shout out to Jonathan Papelbon, number 58. My name is Bowski, and I am your favorite professional Sunday leaguer, and I am going solo tonight. Yes, it is Sunday, June 27th, and been busy, doing a lot, going solo because my co-host, Lil Ruben DH, also busy. They got a lot of stuff going on in their lives and plenty to deal with on their plate, of course. But to go around the horn is just me, of course, like I mentioned. I'm drinking cranberry vodka, so shout out to that, can't go wrong. Yeah, man. So lots to talk about throughout this week. So much has happened since our last recording, which was episode 57. But, let's just jump right into it, right? We could go ahead and talk about our fantasy league, the World Pod Classic. So since last week, not much has changed in the standings. So in the beer league, SoCal Angels Pod, sitting at the top 7-2, Real Talk Baseball 6-5, tied with View from the Bleachers, also at 6-5. Sacramento Brian Mags Dugout 5-4-2. Take a Pitch at 6-5 as well, but for whatever reason they are at the bottom of that. And Beers on the Bench in 6th place, followed up by, is it 7:05 yet? No, it is 11 p.m. And to round out the beer league, it is the one and only Sunday League, the podcast. Yeah, we got a lot of ground to make up, so hopefully we can do that. And in the Bush League, Box Eat Banter, Badass Billy Ballas sitting at the top at 9-2. Gone Bridge, 8-2-1, a half game back. Pesky Pole Podcast, 6-3-2. The Deep Fryer, 5-5-1, 3.5 games back. Team Blue Jays today, or also known as Team Blue Jays yesterday, sitting at 4-7, tied with a 3-0 take at 4-7 as well. And sitting at the bottom, the Yips Podcast, 2-7-2. And at the bottom of the barrel, the Steel Podcast. Yeah, there's 3 teams tied up at the bottom. Not fun. In this World Pod Classic, of course, but it's competitive, it seems like. And hopefully, Sunday League the podcast can make a nice little comeback. But in a previous episode, Lil Ruben and I, we have talked about, Corey Seager and Freddie Freeman. It was kind of like a debate that we had during our World Pod Classic draft, of course. And we were trying to figure out, well, who should we draft first? Well, I got a question for you guys. What is the best ability? It is availability, of course. Corey Seager, he has been on the disabled list for quite some time, and he has, in 169 plate appearances, scored 20 runs, got 39 hits with 4 home runs, 22 RBIs with a 265 batting average, 361 OBP, slugging 422, putting him at an OPS of 783 in comparison to Freddie Freeman with 334 plate appearances. Of course, he's had more opportunity to, provide fantasy points, of course, with 48 runs, 72 hits, 17 home runs, 43 RBIs with a batting average of 254, on base percentage 362, slugging 468 with an OPS of 831. So I will say that as of right now, Shout out to Freddie Freeman for being available, and no shout out to Corey Seager for being unavailable, of course. Now, it seems like the World Pod Classic, the DMs in the Instagram account or whatever, it's become a bit of a sports book. Now, I myself, I'm constantly accepting bets with over-unders, and I constantly lose, of course. And I always lose to Daniel from the All Angels podcast. Shout out to Daniel. Now, he has asked me, well, I wanted to pay him, of course. I was sitting at like 15 or 20 bucks or something. And, I hit him up. I said, yo, man, you got Apple Pay? And he said, yeah, I do. But instead, he asked me to donate the money that I owed him to the Tyler Skaggs Foundation. So if you want some more info on that, you can hit me up and I can shoot it to you. Or you can go to the TylerSkaggsFoundation.org. That is TylerSkaggsFoundation.org to make a donation. So that's what I ended up doing. So, proud of that. Shout out to me for donating. So get a shout out. So, go ahead and donate. We'll shout you out. But yeah, in fantasy ball, back to that, I'm part of about maybe 3 or 4 leagues myself. And I've played Lil Rube a couple times. Whooped his ass 2 weeks in a row in different leagues, of course. But, hey, it is what it is. I'm not surprised, obviously. Now, with Sunday ball, just want to show all the Sunday leagues out there some love. The Fontana Baseball League, it's up and running. So shout out to everybody that's playing in that, to the Upland Mets, the Black Sox, the Southern California Reds. And, if I'm missing anybody, hit me up and I'll shout you out in that. But our boy Razor Ramon, we've been doing a player's vlog on him on the old YouTube, so you could check that out in the link below in the description of this episode. He on Father's Day, he invited us out, but of course, I couldn't make it because I had to go to work, and Lil Rube couldn't do it because he's doing his thing. But DH was able to make it out. So, I'm not sure how that went because I wasn't there. But, maybe in the future we can get a bit of an update. But they did record a little bit of at-bats. So be on the lookout for that. Now, let's move along into a quick pitch. This is going to be a bit of a quicker episode this week. Now, there has been a lot that has happened throughout the week. But we're going to go through it's a bit of a Bowski's buffet, of course. Now, just want to give a quick mention to something that kind of happened through over the week. Some sad news, of course. Don't want to always start off with that, but a college player by the name of Sang Ho Baek, he recently passed away. Unfortunately, he was getting Tommy John surgery. And, he passed away due to some complications. And, it's unfortunate. He was a pitcher at George Mason University, and, he just died suddenly from complications from Tommy John. And he was only 20 years old. So condolences out to his family and, all his friends and family. It's an unfortunate event, of course. But, yeah, it's hard to put into words it's hard to find the words really to, what to say to, make this situation any better. But again, condolences out to their friends and family of Sang Ho Baek, and hopefully, their family finds peace in this tragic event. On to the next item, our boy, Jesse Chavez. He's back in the show with Atlanta. Yeah, earlier this week he did make an appearance, and he was victim of the new umpires checking the pitchers for any kind of foreign substance. But we can get into that a little bit later. Yu Darvish, the first pitcher in Major League history to record 1,500 strikeouts in under 200 games. So shout out to that. Aaron Nola ties Tom Seaver with 10 consecutive strikeouts. Tom Seaver set this record in 1970, and earlier this week, Aaron Nola tied that. So it's been a while. Another strikeout record. Max Scherzer is the 19th pitcher in history to reach 2,900 strikeouts. It's safe to say that by the end of the season, seems like he's going to get that 3,000th strikeout. So, yeah, that's Mad Max. We'll talk about him a little bit more later on in the episode. Wander Franco, MLB's number one prospect. He made his debut earlier this week against the Boston Red Sox. And I must say, I personally liked what I saw. And he hit a 3-run jack to tie the game. But a couple of fun facts about him. He is the first player to be born in 2001. So shout out to you if you feel old yet. And he does wear number 5. And he wears number 5 because of Albert Pujols. Now, Albert Pujols made his debut in 2001, the same year that Wander Franco was born. So, hey, what do I know, right? It's pretty interesting to see that these two players are still in the league. Maybe they'll get to play against each other, hopefully sooner than later. Only time will tell. Now, moving along, Pete Alonso has entered his name into the Home Run Derby to defend his crown that he won in, I want to say 2019. And he will be going up against Shohei Ohtani. So there's one more name that has been entered into the Derby, of course, and that is Trey Mancini. So we have 3 out of 8 spots filled in for the Home Run Derby. And unfortunately, Vladdy Jr. is out and Tatis Jr. is out. And then those are the two top guys right now in the league to lead the league in homers. Another fun fact about Vladdy and his daddy, they both have hit 50 career home runs in 258 games. Thanks to the old Instagram, was able to come across this little fun fact. Now, hey, I mean, it's funny how the baseball gods work, right? 50 home runs in 258 games for father and son. That's pretty cool, man, especially during the week right after Father's Day, right? Moving along, the Red Sox, my Red Sox, we almost threw on Thursday a couple days ago, almost threw a combined no-hitter. Nick Pivetta was dealing. And he was pulled, I would say maybe a little early, but he was reaching that. He had just passed maybe that 100-pitch threshold. And that combined no-hitter was blown in the 8th by Darwinson Hernandez. He didn't seem too happy about himself, and the Red Sox actually ended up losing this game. Which, I'm not even sure if they actually lost that game or not, but it doesn't matter. The no-hitter was blown, and no fun. But you know what is fun? That there was a combined no-hitter completed the next day. The Cubs threw a combined no-hitter against the Los Angeles Dodgers, and this was a 4-pitcher effort. Start off by Zach Davies. I want to say he went about 6 innings, and it was closed out by none other than Craig Kimbrell. Now, in his interview after the game, Craig Kimbrell, he said that he realized he didn't know that it was that they were about to close out a no-hitter. So maybe him not knowing that was to the benefit of the Cubs and to the benefit of the having the combined no-hitter, because he had no idea what was going on. So it wasn't extra pressure on that he could have put on himself. Another shout out to Adrian Beltre. He's going to be inducted into the Rangers Hall of Fame. Adrian Beltre, one of the best third basemen of all time. He was recently in the news, in the baseball news, wherein Ryan Master Spader, he did name Adrian Beltre in some of the old unconfirmed cheating scandals. Another player being inducted into a team's Hall of Fame is Dustin Pedroia. That's right. Number 15, one of the best second basemen of all time. Grinded out every play, every pitch, every at-bat. He will be inducted into the Red Sox Hall of Fame starting, I want to say, for the class of 2022. He's going to, I guess they're waiving his 3-year wait period for that. So that, good stuff. Hard work and dedication will get you, things like that. On to the next item in Bowski's buffet. Giants versus the Angels earlier this week. So the Giants had a DH, and the Angels had no DH in an American League game. It's funny, baseball is a strange sport, right? Now the DH for the Giants was Corey Dickerson, and of course the pitcher hitter for the Los Angeles Angels of California, Anaheim, California. None other than Shohei, of course. Hey, man, like I said, baseball is a strange sport. Now, speaking of Angels, I did come across a fun little nugget earlier in the day. Shout out to MLB Memes on Instagram. Mike Trout has the most WAR since 2003, and he has a WAR of 78. But what's ironic is that his rookie season was in 2012. Yeah, interesting stuff. Just kind of shows to the quality of production that Mike Trout has put up in his career. Yeah, unfortunately, he is on the disabled list, and he looks like he's going to be back until after the All-Star break, and he is voted in to the finalists for the All-Stars, which is kind of weird how all the voting has been going on with all that, but we'll get into that in just a little bit. Now, on to, I wish I had Betty Buttons with me, but baseball's TMZ, which we're going to call BMZ for today. Now, I want to start off by saying that the baseball gods are real. Yes, I believe in the baseball gods. They are, in fact, real, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm just going to give you a little example of to kind of support my my belief. Now, on May 17th, 2021, there was a home run that was hit off of a position player by the name of Williams Astudillo, also known as La Tortuga. Now, Yermin Mercedes hit a controversial home run on a 3-0 count in a blowout off of him. And it was a huge topic of discussion throughout all the podcasts, throughout all of baseball media. And I did a little digging. Yeah, because I'm petty like that, right? So, from opening day up until May 17th, Yermin Mercedes he hit 14 extra base hits, which included 6 home runs. And he had 25 RBIs, batted .364 with an on-base percentage of .410, slugging .574, putting him at an OPS of .984, with 23 strikeouts in a 36-game span. Now, after May 17th, he played in he has up until today, which is, what did I say earlier, June 27th, Sunday night. He has played in 31 games. He has 3 extra base hits, which includes 1 home run, 12 RBIs, and he is currently batting .273, .326. On base percentage of .326, slugging .408, putting his OPS at .733 with the same amount of strikeouts at 23. Now that is a huge fall off, in my opinion. To me, it's no coincidence that he's fallen off significantly since May 17th. The baseball gods have unfortunately cast their spell on him. And again, like I said before, it is a question of character, what he ended up doing. Now, of course, all that kind of died down maybe a week later. And Yermin Mercedes, who supposedly was carrying this team, well, he's not carrying them anymore. Unfortunately for him. But have you guys, moving along, have you guys heard of Cam Soda? No? I didn't think so. Now, let me tell you about Cam Soda. Cam Soda is an adult entertainment webcam platform that has reportedly offered $100,000 to 6 MLB pitchers in hopes that they will undo their belts and drop their pants on a 1 hour long show. Now, there was a letter written to God knows who. This is per John Boy Media, but the letter states, "Hi, this is from Cam Soda Communications, by the way, to the receiver. The receiver. Hi, I wanted to reach out following the Magic Mike performances last night by Washington Nationals pitcher Max Scherzer and Oakland Athletics pitcher Sergio Romo while getting checked for foreign substances by MLB umpires. In response, Cam Soda, a leading adult entertainment webcam platform, has issued a $100,000 offer to the following MLB pitchers: Max Scherzer, Sergio Romo, Jacob deGrom, Garrett Cole, Trevor Bauer, Zach Wheeler, and Yu Darvish, to drop trow and undo their belts during a 1 hour long X-rated webcam show." They go on to provide a link to their offer letter. First of all, I'm pretty sure that these pitchers they wipe their ass with $100,000. It's just funny, man. Like, this fucking world that we're living in. But shout out to Cam Soda for having the balls to actually send out that letter. I mean, if there's any ladies listening, is that something that you'd want to see? I mean, I don't know. It's just funny. But moving along. Now, there's some asshole out there by the name of Aiden. Yes, Aiden. On Twitter. He has a blue check mark. No idea who Aiden is, but he posed a question. What is the least skillful popular sport? I was thinking it had to be baseball? Question mark. Clearly, Aiden has no fucking clue what he's talking about. I mean, just reading some of the comments in this Instagram post. Have you ever tried hitting a round ball that size coming at you at 100 miles an hour with a thin bat object and the ball has movement? Aiden must have never been in a batter's box. I think this is probably the worst take I have ever seen. Obviously, Aiden is not a popular guy in the baseball world. So just to describe Aiden and his picture, he looks like a fat fuck, and he's taking a picture with a dog. You can find this post on Baseball Authority on the old IG. If you can't tell, I get all my shit from the old Instagram, my old BMZ. Yeah, check that out. So he's taking a picture with a dog, and he looks like a fat piece of shit. So shout out to Aiden with a check mark on Twitter. Ben Zobrist, he is in the news now. Ben Zobrist. He says his wife had an affair with their pastor, and he's suing him for millions. So Ben Zobrist is suing for compensatory and punitive damages in response to missing part of the 2019 baseball season. He accuses his pastor of defrauding his charity foundation. He is seeking $6 million in damages. Well, could be wrong, but To my knowledge, pastors don't have sex, but maybe those are priests. I'm not a religious man myself, so I don't know. Yeah, you guys can fact check me on all that. Question: did you listeners all see the Padres fan that flipped off the Dodger fan after that sweep earlier in the week? I don't know. There's a lot of Dodger fans out there that deserve the middle finger in their fucking face. But hey, don't come crying to me, right? I'm in a good mood because my Red Sox did sweep the Yankees, so I'm part of the sweep crowd. Yeah, we're actually 6-0 against the Yankees this year. So far, maybe I'll bite my tongue later. But yeah, shout out for sweeps. Now, speaking of the Yankees, Manny Ramirez was caught wearing a Yankees hat. You could find that on Instagram. Not fun. Yeah, I actually saw this shit and I was like, what's going on here? I saw it on the post of the baseballer. So yeah, Manny Ramirez was spotted with a Yankees hat, and looks like he's probably like on an airplane or like at a restaurant or something. So yeah, but to my knowledge, if I remember correctly, Manny Ramirez, his favorite team growing up was the New York Yankees. So I mean, I'm not gonna give him too much shit about that. Anyways, so there's this ball mutter machine out there that the MLB is thinking about using. I guess it applies the same exact substances to every baseball, and it'll change the color of the ball if banned substances are on it. Well, I don't know. This thing, there's a picture out there. If you can find it, it looks like a big glass with all this shit in it. It does not look like a ball mutter machine. But yeah, go ahead and go look for that. Now, to round out our BMZ for the week, Tony Kemp. I want to say that he provided the quote of the year. So Sean Murphy, his teammate, hit a home run for the Oakland A's. And in the dugout, our boy, well, not our boy, but Tony Kemp, he was high-fiving everybody in the dugout, and his quote was, "That ball was absolutely fucking blasted." Yeah, we need more of that. Because, yeah, I mean, MLB likes to censor their stuff, unfortunately. But there is another quote of the year out there, in my opinion. In my opinion, this is the quote of the year. This quote is from Dr. Ruth Westheimer. She also has a blue check mark on the old tweeter. She says, "Foreign substances may not be allowed in baseball, but in the bedroom, some added lubrication might be just the thing needed to improve your sex life. Play ball." Fun quote, but this is where it gets interesting. So in her response to all the reaction that she got from her quote, she says, "Wow, I got some reaction from my followers about my baseball tweet yesterday. Almost 750,000 impressions. It seems baseball fans are also fans of sex. Yes, we are. We like to use our bat and balls." That's right. So shout out to Dr. Ruth Westheimer. She's clearly she's older than dirt. But before we move on to the goings on in the week of Major League Baseball, I'm gonna do a cup check, and I will be right back. And that is your quote of the year nomination, of course, because there's plenty of baseball to be played as we approach the halfway point of the Major League season with the All-Star game coming up. Now, let's go over baseball's MLB standings, and we're also going to talk about the power rankings because they're already out on Sunday night. So we'll go over the standings first. We'll start with the best team in baseball. The San Francisco Giants are at the top of the National League West at 50-27, followed by the Los Angeles Dodgers 47-31. San Diego sitting in third place 47-33. Colorado and Arizona rounding out the bottom of the barrel. National League Central, Milwaukee Brewers 45-33, 3 games up of the Chicago Cubs at 42-36. The Cincinnati Reds have been playing a little bit better, but not too much because they're 3-7 in their last 10. They're playing 500 ball at 38-38. The St. Louis Cardinals had fallen off drastically, 37-41. Pittsburgh Pirates 29-47. The National League East, the New York Mets are still at the top at 40-33, but making a nice little run. The Washington Nationals in their last 10 are 7-3, but they're sitting at 37-38. They're under 500, but in second place. They're gonna looks like they're making a run for it because Kyle Schwarber is just all he does is hit fucking tanks right now in the leadoff spot. Sitting in third place is the Atlanta Braves at 37-40, followed by the Philadelphia Phillies at 36-39, and the Miami Marlins at 33-44. It's funny because they have a plus 17 run differential. The New York Mets have a plus 19 run differential. So, I mean, it's clear that the Marlins are very pesky. So they can easily make a run. They have a talented squad. It just seems like they're very inconsistent. Let's move on to the American League. Start off with the AL West. The Houston Astros are at 48-30, followed by the Oakland A's at 47-33. Seattle Mariners 41-38. They're playing a lot better ball. They're 7-3 in their last 10. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, California, in Orange County, 37-40. They're 10.5 back of the Houston Astros. At the bottom of the barrel, the Texas Rangers are 30-48. Moving on to the American League Central, the Chicago White Sox 45-32. Cleveland Indians 41-33. They're doing a lot better than I thought. The Detroit Tigers 34-44. They're 12 back. Also 12 back is the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins, both with a record of 33-43. Onto the AL East, my division, my favorite division, of course. The Boston Red Sox, my Boston Red Sox, are sitting at the top of the division, a half game up of the Tampa Bay Rays. Boston's at 47-31. The Rays are 47-32. Followed by the Toronto Blue Jays at 40-36. The Yankees in fourth place, 40-37. And seems like what is now the worst team in the American League. The Baltimore Orioles are 24-54, but they're not as bad as the Arizona Diamondbacks. So, yeah, shout out to the Orioles for not being the worst team in baseball and not making the American League East look as bad as they do. I did mention that I wanted to go over the power rankings real quick. We can just go, we can talk about the top 10. The power rankings. In the last 3 weeks, the Giants are the best team in baseball. And number 1, number 2, the Houston Astros. They're good, man. They're good, and both teams are orange. They rock the orange. So shout out to orange. Get your vitamin C. The Dodgers, third best team in baseball right now according to the power rankings. The power rankings. The Tampa Bay Rays are the 4th best team. They were in the sixth spot last week, but now they are number 4. The San Diego Padres were previously in the 8th spot. Now they are the 5th best power ranked team in the MLB. To round out the top 10, number 6, the Boston Red Sox. Number 7, the Chicago White Sox. Number 8, the Oakland A's. Number 9, the Milwaukee Brewers. And number 10, the New York Mets. Just looking at the rest of this, the New York Yankees are 13th for some reason. We can move them down. They're probably playing the same quality of baseball as maybe like the Cardinals or the Marlins. and they're sitting in like 2022. So yeah, sometimes, I wonder about these power rankings, and honestly, I'm not really sure how they come up with this stuff. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. The San Francisco Giants, they've been consistently at the top of the entire league. So, it's well deserved. The Houston Astros, they smash just about every pitch they see. And the Dodgers, of course, as expected. The Tampa Bay Rays, as expected. The Padres, as expected. But, of course, nice little surprise with the Red Sox, 10-6. They're going to hang around for all season. So, look out for them. And everybody else in the top 10, because, the Mets are playing a lot better ball. The Brewers fell off a little bit. The A's are consistently pesky. So, I expect these power rankings to change in the near future. Some teams are just going to hop over others and, all that good stuff. But the All-Star game is right around the corner. And today they finally rounded out the All-Star starter finalists. Now, it seems like in the last few years, I don't typically vote. I don't take the time to make my All-Star selections and All-Star votes or whatever. But I mean, it seems like there's a flawed voting system going on. So we're gonna go over we'll start off with the American League this time, with the All-Star starter finalists for the American League. First base, Vladdy Guerrero Jr., Yuli Gurriel, and Jose Abreu. Second base, Marcus Semien at the top, followed by Jose Altuve and DJ LeMahieu. Third base, no surprise here. Big scoops, Rafi Devers, followed by Alex Bregman, who's on the disabled list right now, followed by Yoan Moncada for the Chicago White Sox. For shortstop, Xander Bogaerts, no surprise there. That is the best shortstop in baseball. Somebody might want to fight me for that, but it's arguable, of course. Bo Bichette for the Blue Jays, another solid shortstop, and Carlos Correa looks like he's in the third spot there, third finalist. Behind the plate, Salvador Perez, followed by Martin Maldonado and Yasmani Grandal. The American League DH, of course, it is Shohei Ohtani, and then followed by DJ. Somebody slapped me. JD Martinez and Yordan Alvarez for the Houston Astros for the DH spots. Now, I would imagine that Ohtani is going to... I don't know how they're going to do it. I would imagine he's going to pitch and hit in the All-Star game because he's also going to participate in the Home Run Derby. So, I mean, unless they just only allow him to do the Home Run Derby and then he'll just pitch in the All-Star game. We'll see. Only time will tell. But, I mean, I don't know. That's a nice little conundrum that we could talk about at another time, in a couple of weeks when the All-Star game comes around. Now, for the American League outfield is where I personally have a bit of it seems like everybody has a bit of an issue with Mike Trout and Byron Buxton being the top three finalists for the outfield, because both of those guys are on the disabled list, or shall I say the injured list. I apologize. Not really. But Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, and Byron Buxton are the top three vote getters in the outfield, followed by Michael Brantley, Odalis Garcia, Teoscar Hernandez, Cedric Mullins. He should be in the top three. Alex Verdugo and Randall Grichuk for the Toronto Blue Jays. So for me, it would have to be Aaron Judge, Michael Brantley, and probably Cedric Mullins, the top three, the vote getters for the outfield. And it's only because, Mike Trout and Byron Buxton, of course, if they were healthy, they would definitely be the top three. But unfortunately, we don't get to see some of the best ball players in the outfield. And so like I said, mentioned earlier, the All-Star voting is a bit flawed. It's widely known that it's a bit of a popularity contest. But hey, it is what it is. And if you don't like it, you can vote for other players. Now, moving on to the National League. At first base, Max Muncy at the top, followed by Freddie Freeman and Anthony Rizzo. Second base, Ozzy Albies, Adam Frazier, and Gavin Lux. Now, I have a problem with Gavin Lux being there. Give me Jake Cronenworth. He deserves to be in the All-Star game. Chris Bryant, for third base, Chris Bryant, Nolan Arenado, and Justin Turner for the Dodgers. No problem there. At shortstop, Fernando Tatis Jr., no surprise there. It's not shocking. Followed by Javier Baez and Brandon Crawford of the San Francisco Giants. At catcher, another Giant, Buster Posey. Hey, shout out to the old guys. Also, Yadi Molina and Wilson Contreras. And DH spot for the National League is non-existent because that's just the way the rules are set up for the National League. But they should have one. And the thing that I'm looking at has a picture of Jacob deGrom on there. So he would probably be your National League starter. Now in the outfield, no problems here in my opinion. You got Ronald Acuna Jr., Nicholas Castellanos, and Jesse Winker, top 3 vote getters. And the rest of to round out the finalists, Mookie Betts, Taylor. I would imagine that's Chris Taylor, Juan Soto, Bryce Harper, Jock Peterson, and Mike Yastrzemski to round out the All-Star starter finalists. Now, I believe they're going to have like a starters reveal show or something like that. I'm not sure if it's going to be on ESPN or on MLB Network, so look out for that. I'm not really a fan of the little spectacle, but to my knowledge, I'm pretty sure they're not going to be walking out onto like a stage or anything like that. That would be weird. But you know what is weird is these All-Star jerseys. Not a fan. They're strange. They're very strange. All right, so originally the All-Star game was supposed to be in Atlanta. Now the Atlanta Braves, they have a color combination of like white, dark blue, and red. And these All-Star jerseys have a little bit, like the majority of the damn jerseys are white, dark blue, and red. So the National League, we're going to dissect these a little bit. So the National League has they have the white jersey, and on the left chest, they have like the for example, like the Padres, they have SDP for San Diego Padres, and then they have the old San Diego logo on there, and it's on a white jersey. And this white jersey has like a flag on the left sleeve, of course, the Nike on the upper right chest, but it has like a trim kind of on the neck, like on the inside of the neck, and then on the sleeves there's like a Hawaiian trim. So for the National League, it's like a blue trim, and it has like Hawaiian leaves on it. It's weird. Like, where did we get this Hawaiian shit from? Hawaii's over there in the ocean, and it's frustrating to look at. And then it looks like, I don't know, these look like polo shirts or with two, and they're also 2-button pullover jerseys, and supposedly they're gonna wear these in the game, and they're bad. Like, they're getting like some crappy backlash. These jerseys suck. They're just throw them in the trash. If I ever saw this at Marshall's for $5, I would throw this shit on the floor and I'd step on it, and then I'd kick it under the rack so nobody could buy it, because these jerseys are dog shit. So I just described to you the white jersey. Now the dark blue jersey is going to be the American League side. So the one I'm currently looking at, and they're all the same, but the one I'm looking at, it's the same layout, only it has a dark blue, the dark blue body or whatever, and then it has the letters. For example, the Tampa Bay Rays, it has TBR on the left chest with the Tampa Bay logo over it, and then the little Hawaiian part. It's like a light brown, maybe like a yellow brown. I don't know. It's it's the same shit. It looks like a Ralph Lauren polo shirt. It's pretty shitty. Whoever designed these at Nike should be fired. I don't know. I think the person who approved this should be fired, not the person who designed it, of course. Now, because the game was moved to Colorado, the hat, it's interesting to say the least. So the hat it looks like it's on a dark blue base. And then, for example, right here, I'm looking at the Colorado Rockies hat. It has their regular logo, like the CR, and it's in like white and red. So that, to me, that kind of implies Atlanta Braves, on what seems to be like the dark blue base hat. And then they put like a purple and white star around it, and it looks really bad. Like, and it has the All-Star Game patch on the side, of course, and it's pretty shitty. It's lazy. It just looks really lazy. So I'm curious what everybody else thinks about all this. Send us your opinions to Sunday League Podcast on the old Instagram, and let us know what you think about these crappy ass uniforms. So I mean, the Hawaiian theme on the sleeves, like that trim or whatever, it's pretty shitty. I'm not a fan of it, and I just want to know where the Hawaiian theme came from. Why is that there? Just get it out of here. Well, enough about the crappy ass, shitty ass All-Star jerseys. I'm not looking forward to those at all. Bring back some older styles. Bring missed opportunity there. They could have had some cutoff jerseys. It would have been sick. Because to my understanding, there is no more cutoff jerseys in the MLB. You're gonna have to fact check me on that. But it was the first week of the anti-substance abuse. So the umpires have been checking all the pitchers for the sticky stuff. And the first one to be checked was Jacob deGrom. It was early in the day on Monday. He was the first one to be checked, and he was just like, whatever, dude, like, check out my shit. And there was a couple other guys that had a bit of an issue with all this. Sergio Romo, he pretty much just threw his shit on the floor, dropped his pants, and there's a level of respect that you got to give the umpires. Like, it's not like they're the ones that are implementing these rules. They're strictly there to enforce them. Like, they're the baseball police, right? Like, there's people out there that don't like the regular police. Whether that's you or not, that's your business. I really don't care. But the umpires are gonna get the shitty end of the stick, and they're gonna be the bad guys no matter what. And all they're doing is just enforcing the rules that they've been asked to enforce, the rules that have been put in place for such a long time. All that bullshit we've talked about already. Fucking Freddie Peralta, he had his glove confiscated because I read that it was too light. What the hell does that even mean? Max Scherzer, that was a fucking spectacle. He was checked 3 times in the game that he pitched in earlier in the week. I guess he was checked, and then he was a little bit upset about it because, he's probably just caught up in the heat of the game or whatever. And then later on, he got checked again, and there was a third time that he was checked. Now, this third time he was checked, it was initiated by the Phillies manager, Joe Girardi. And I guess it's something along the lines of that Max Scherzer was going to his hair a lot. I don't know. I didn't watch the game. But I would imagine, most pitchers are trying to adjust their hair and adjust their hat. So it's just like it's a tick. Pitchers have ticks. Pitchers are weird. If you know any pitchers, like ball players in general are fucking weird. So of course, that he's gonna have his ticks, and Max Scherzer's a damn psychopath. He's even crazier with his 2 different colored eyes. I don't know what that's called, but there's a scientific term for people with like their pupils, or each pupil is a different color. But yeah, Max Scherzer, he did have a couple things to say, regarding all of this. And I mean, there was plenty of people that sounded off, of course. But I mean, what Max Scherzer said was that these are Manfred rules. Go ask him what he wants to do about this. I've said enough. And this was after being checked 3 times for illegal substances. Clayton Kershaw, he also had a quote, and I could play that for you right here.
I will say this. I say, how Girardi checked Scherzer or called him out. I think there should be a punishment if they don't catch anything on the guy, because I think that Scherzer, he's one of the best pitchers of our generation, and to see him get checked, and I think it was first and third situation or guys on base, and mess up his rhythm. I think he ended up getting out of it, but you better find something if you're going to call him out like that. So maybe there should be like a punishment if a manager checks a guy. I will say.
So yeah, I mean that's something that it's like it's been like a common theme that there should be like some kind of like it should be kind of tied into the challenges that are allowed per game. And so I mean, I'm kind of in agreement with Kershaw on this. It's just one of those things, man. Like there's a line that you shouldn't cross, and whether he was Joe Girardi was trying to get Max Scherzer to just throw him off his game or whatever, he probably did. Again, I didn't watch the game, but it's Max Scherzer, and you gotta do what you gotta do to try to win the game, right? But again, there's just it's like one of those unwritten rules that like you don't really know it's there. So shame on you, Joe Girardi. But Eric Sim, the old JUCO bandit, also sounded off.
What's up, Beach Bronies? MLB's a fucking joke right now.
What did they expect? Mac drops his hat.
Like, what are we doing? This whole thing should have been enforced this offseason to give players enough time to adjust instead of forcing it mid-fucking season. Second, pace of play. I thought we were trying to speed up the game.
So, yeah. Shout out to Eric Sim for sounding off. Yeah, what is MLB doing? We've all kind of sounded off on that and given our opinions and our recent episodes and all that. But did Trevor Bauer do anything? To my knowledge, he did nothing because he was too busy getting lit up by the San Diego Padres, the daddies. They were his daddy. I think they hit like maybe 3 to 4 home runs. I want to say it was 3. You're gonna have to fact check me on that. But I mean, it's crazy because even there's a knuckleballer for the Baltimore Orioles. He even got checked for substance. It's like he's a knuckleballer. He doesn't need spin. It's a knuckleball. It's like his RPM is like half. So stupid. It's so stupid. But today, as a matter of fact, leave it to the Mariners. There's a pitcher. He was ejected for supposedly having some substance, some sticky stuff on his glove. Hector Santiago was kicked out of the game today. We'll see how this story develops, but it seems like maybe he was going to his wrist. Like there was like a scene that there was a clip where the umpire was going to his hand, explaining to the manager of the Mariners what he may have seen or whatever, and so he was kind of going to the wrist. So I'm assuming he was talking about like the bullfrog and rosin, sunscreen rosin combo or whatever, and maybe he got on the glove. I don't know, but Like I said, we'll see how this story develops. But they did confiscate his glove. They ejected him from the game. And the umpire took the glove to some random dude that was in the stands. He was like a tier 2 employee. That's what it said on his badge. And whatever the hell that means. So they took Hector Santiago's glove and they put it in a bag. And what's going to happen to this? I don't know. I would imagine that they're going to check the glove for whatever substance they found on the glove. They're going to see what it is, try to figure it out. And they're going to go from there. I would imagine the suspension will be coming soon. Now, to my understanding, the suspensions are going to be around 10 games. It's going to be 10 games, but I mean, I would imagine it might be less. If whatever they found on the glove, if it's not anything, then what happens? You know, like I said, we'll see where this story goes, see how it develops. Oh, excuse me. And we'll get back to it. But yeah, you know, like I said earlier, MLB should make the inspections part of the challenges. You know, if it's going to come from the dugout, you know, it would be cool to see that. But that's about all I got for this episode. You know, like I said, went solo. But to close it out, with the All-Star game right around the corner, I did have a question for you fucking Bush Leaguers. Who do you want to see in the Home Run Derby? Anyone in particular? I know that, like I said earlier, it was confirmed Trey Mancini, Shohei Ohtani, and shit, I don't remember who the other guy was. But Pete Alonso to defend his crown. But I do have my little derby draft, for lack of a better term, of course. Seems like it's a popular thing among some podcasts out there. So for me, I want to see dudes that just have violent swings in the box, you know, or just like dudes that look hitterish. Or anyway, so I'm just gonna give you my guys. So of course, big scoops, Rafi Devers. He's wild. He's got insane power as well. Cody Bellinger, he's another one. Just got a big daddy hack. Javier Baez, he swings out of his shoes, and he's got some pop. Yordan Alvarez, dude, that guy's a moose. So I would imagine he probably has the best chance to hit it out of Coors Field. Another guy, not one of my favorite players out there, but Rowdy Tellez, put him in the Derby. I'm sure he would put on a show. He's put a Red Sox pitcher up there. He's going to hit it out. Franmil Reyes, another moose. He's huge, of course. He wouldn't be able to participate, but because he's on the disabled list right now. But that's a big man. He will hit big flies. Two guys, my last two guys are kind of interesting. I want to see Dan Vogelback in the Derby. It'd be really interesting just to see what he can do to a baseball in Coors Field. I'm sure the Home Run Derby balls are juiced. So yeah, like I said, it's a big man, and he's gonna hit some big flies as well. And my last participant for my Derby draft is Williams Astudillo La Tortuga, or Bartolo Jr., depending on how you see it. I think he'd be fun to watch. He'd be probably insanely electric in the Home Run Derby. I don't know. He's got that charisma. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is about him, but yeah, let's see that guy in the Home Run Derby. And of course, some honorable mentions, traditional guys. You know, would have been great to see Tatis Jr. in there. Vladdy Jr., he would have been electric, of course. Seen him in the 2019 Home Run Derby. Probably my favorite watch, of course. I don't know. My wife and I, we had a great time just watching him mash baseballs in the 2019 All-Star game. I want to say it was in Cleveland. Fact check me on that. Probably some recency biased. But it would be cool to see Kyle Schwarber in there. Another guy, I just think he just destroys baseballs. But again, probably some recency bias there. But how poetic would it be to see Nolan Arenado come into Colorado and just win the home run derby? The ovation he would get just walking into the damn batter's box. That's going to happen in the game, of course. But imagine him winning the home run derby there after the whole fiasco that happened in Colorado, earlier this offseason. But other than that, that's about all I got. And hey, stay tuned till next week for episode 59. Who the hell wears number 59? I have no idea. But if you do, let me know. Hit me up with that number or whatever. Let me know who has worn number 59. But go like some shit on the old IG. Go check out some vlogs. There's a new vlog for the Razor's Edge, vlog number 2. Go check that out on the YouTube. Yeah, go check out Soxy Time. Haven't uploaded anything to that. I've been a little busy, but had to make the time for this today because the show must go on. And that's about it, man. That's all I got for you guys this week. Hopefully next week we'll have Lil Rube back on, and DH, of course. Looking forward to recording again with these guys. And again, check out. Oh, go buy something on the store. Go buy a t-shirt, man. Links in the description. SundayLeaguePodcast.BigCartel.com. We got a playlist on the old Spotify. And go check out Monday's Hangout. My boys Jonathan and the Captain, Ruben. Podcast, Monday's Hangout. Check it out. It's debaucherous. So if you're sensitive, don't listen to it. All right. Well, hope you motherfuckers got your $5. And we'll see you guys next week. Peace.